Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hinches with Beyond the Chart, and this is today is Sunday, June 8th, 2014, and this is the stock trade ideas for the week of June 9th. We've already talked about Diamond Offshore, so other than Diamond Offshore, which I got in and got out, I'm going to talk about four others. We're going to talk about Pandora, Citrix Systems, Tableau Software, and FireEye, and that's really about it for today. I mean, there was some other ones I was kind of on the fence on, decided, okay, we will pass for now. But let's talk about Pandora. Pandora, I got in on June 4th, which, I think it was this day right here, June 4th. And we got in puts, and then it did this reversal bar on us. You know, I thought we were going to be breaking down. But I think what ended up happening is on the short-term basis, the fact that the 10 broke above the 21 seems to be carrying the weight. So given that we have that, I decided to, I said, okay, I set a stop up into here and we hit that stop. And when I hit that stop, it was also a new buy signal. And so therefore I just got into calls at the same exact time. So I can't remember. You know, we took a hit on the options. I don't have the data right in front of me. Took a hit on the puts, naturally, but then now we're in the calls. And we've got July calls. And I think the problem was we had June calls, and so they were extra sensitive in terms of when the swing went against us. So now we're into, we had June puts, I'm sorry, and now we're into July calls. So that's where we're at, and we'll see if we can't get a little push here to the upside. You know, breaking this trend line in here with the short term like this. There's a good chance we're going to get a good little move. So that's what I'm playing, and we'll see what happens with that. The details again are on the Trade Ideas webpage. The next one is Citrix Systems. This one is an interesting looking, what looks like a potential big head and shoulders. Okay, I thought we'd get more of a double like shoulder like over in here, but we may have gotten that move on an abbreviated basis right in here. The symmetry in here I talked about before is pretty interesting. You know, you came up here, you got this little pullback down, and so you got this similar type look right in here. This very sharp, and it was like in a two-step down, and here's a two-step down. So now we're approaching the neckline, and when we got this close above the 10, I said, okay, let's get back in here, and we got calls. Can't remember, it was right up in here. Where was it? 62, I guess, right at 62, so a little bit higher. And so now I'm looking for this thing to break this neckline and to run, and that's the trade idea. We'll see how far it goes. I mean, on a traditional head and shoulders, the height of this head is the expected move. So theoretically, this could literally go up and retest the high. Now, how long is it going to take to do that? How long did it take to do this? I mean, from January 30th to even if you said here, so a little over a month, about 5 weeks to make this move in here. And so to make this type of move, I mean, potentially we'd be looking at 5 weeks if it had the same type of power that this move had. Okay, so that's Citrix Systems. The next one is Tableau Software. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. Ticker symbol's DATA, D-A-T-A. And we got in with calls on this at 60.58 on Friday. And again, Citrix Systems was on Friday. This was on Friday also in here. And so we're still in this. And, you know, we got in right in here. And I'm trying to think, is this the one? I think this is, no, FireEye is the one that's got a little bit more. This has a potential head and shoulders type bottom down in here, and but I'm a little bit wary of this strong downward trending 55-day moving average and the congestion up into here. So the top of the Keltner channel is right in here. So I've got an initial target that's up in this range where I'll probably take part of the profits. You know, if we get up in here, take maybe sell half the calls, and then hold the other half and see if we can get a little run, see if it'll do something for us. So that's the idea on Tableau Software. And then the one that we have not gotten into, but the trade idea is out there, is on FireEye. And again, this has been a pretty strong little downtrend, but now we're getting this break where the moving average is breaking above the 21. Fairly decent distance to the 55, okay? And the 55 potentially isn't quite as steep. It's almost like it's starting to flatten just a little bit. And the 21 is turned up slightly in here. So will be interesting to see. I haven't gotten a fill yet. My target for entry is back up, like up in here. And I'm thinking I've got this measured move 10 points. And so when I looked at the distance between the low here to the high here is almost exactly 10 points. And so if you get the same type of swing from this low here, which is 30, that'll put you at 40, okay? So that's a nice little move, and that'll be right about where, depending on how fast it is, right where that 55-day moving average is. And if it starts to move up strong, this Kellner channel will also start to bend upwards, okay? It'll start to turn upwards like it does when all of a sudden you hit that up in here. So it'll be interesting. Somewhere up in here, I think, is going to be a good target, at least for an initial move. So we'll have to see whether or not, number one, we got to get a fill. And we'll see if that happens on Monday. All right, so that's it. So we talked about Diamond Offshore yesterday in our video. We talked about Pandora, Citrix Systems, Tableau Software, and FireEye. And that's really going to be it for now. And again, you know, I'm watching this every day. And when I do have a new, if I do have a new trade idea and there is no video that night, like say on tomorrow or a Friday, or say I look at it on Thursday night, and I see it, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the Trade Ideas webpage. Until I get a situation, I mean, if we have, you know, eventually, if we have a different situation, say we had a membership site of some kind, and I had some type of private Twitter ability where I could tweet people and let people know, that type of thing. That's the only other way I can think, because I don't want to bombard people with emails. I mean, you're already getting 5 emails from me a week as it is. So I don't want to continuously be doing that. So what I'm going to do is, if I have a new trade idea, I'm going to put it on the Trade Ideas webpage. And what my target is to at least have it out there by 7:30 Central Time on the day of the trade. You know, I'm thinking that the trade might go live. So like, let's say I found the idea on a Thursday night, and either I put it on the page on Thursday evening or first early Friday morning for trying to get a fill for an entry on Friday morning. Okay, so that's my thought. And if it's a night where I've got a video, say I come across it on a Wednesday night during an analysis type of thing, or during the day on Thursday, then if I have the opportunity, then what I want to do is mention it in a Thursday night video, let's say, and talk about a trade idea that I just came across or just developed. Okay, because, you know, again, this is a pretty dynamic environment. It's going to constantly be evolving. Okay, so that's it on the trade ideas for this week. I also wanted to mention to you, give everyone a heads up, I'm going to be launching a new service called the Video Analysis Consulting Service very soon. I'll have more details coming just down the road here, probably in the next few days or week. I've had a lot of people a lot of subscribers have had requests into me for analyzing various stocks and, you know, getting my opinion on stocks and things like that. And so I'm going to put something out there for my subscribers only, people who have signed up and are following Beyond the Chart on a regular basis. So that's all the more reason for, if you haven't subscribed, to subscribe. And then you'll get access to the Trade Ideas webpage, and you can download the free PDF I've got out there also, and we'll go from there. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great Monday, Tuesday. We'll talk to you Tuesday evening. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart.